I'm working on a star painter on a computer, and it and there's all different colored stars, and I'm making a planet with stars around it.
We're very excited about the technology tools that are available to students here on Summit's campus. We have over 700 computers available for students and teachers. We have laptop carts for third graders through high school students. We have a vast array of software resources at every grade level and subject area for student involvement in the teaching and learning process. We have a wireless campus so that student use of laptops anywhere on campus is very easily managed. Beginning in our lower school, students learn keyboarding skills, which are very important, not just in the lower school, but certainly through middle and upper and beyond. It's a skill taken for granted, and yet a very important part of our instruction in the lower school. Students learn, even in the lower school, how to do PowerPoint presentations. And so they're working with a variety of tools and resources to help convey their thoughts most effectively. In our middle school, students use technology and computer software in the study of math and study of science and social studies and preparation of all their reports and their use of the internet through our library resources that we have. In our upper school, not only is it PowerPoint and word processing, of course it's done in internet research, but even Web 2.0 technologies with blogs and wikis and video conferencing, communicating with students not just locally but in different parts of the world. So our use of technologies here at Summit is really something we're very, very proud of and very excited about, and it's a tremendous component of our school program. Here at Summit, our use of technology, even at the Montessori levels, follows many of the lines of Maria Montessori and her educational approach that's very purposeful, very balanced. In our world here, even in the early childhood years, technology is one of the tools among many, one of the activities among many activities, because it's so important for students at that age to have social and emotional confidence when they come to school. It's not just about technology tools, it's about the whole range of experiences and human interaction that's so important. I think the rules for computer safety in the home, especially as it relates to young children, and I'm going to focus on the youngest children first, I think it's so important to have a family culture established, family rules, family discussions of what the rules ought to be, so that there's clearly buy-in on the part of everyone within the family as to why we do things the way we do it in our home. Part of this then would be that at the youngest ages, parents would need to be very mindful of the exposure that their children are getting to technology and electronic devices in the home. I think a rule of thumb that I've read in the research and I think is very solid is 2 hours or less on any given day for children under 5 is really a good rule. You don't want to have them overexposed to technology experiences. With regard to internet use, especially at the earliest ages, you might want to pull the plug. They don't need to have the internet necessarily, or perhaps only when you think they need to have the internet. So if the use is you're going to go out on Sesame Street and you're going to go into Elmo's world for a few minutes, that's fine. And as long as you're guiding that experience, that's great. I think other rules that need to be characteristic in the home is with regard to the physical computer itself. You certainly want it to be safe. You want it to be protected. You have to do the Windows updates. You have to do the antivirus updates. You have to do those things that protect the computer. I think it's important to have a computer, especially when children are involved, probably in open spaces. I would argue not to have them in bedrooms where students or young children would be isolated and working on computer without parents' oversight and vision. I think it's important to have them in common places even as kids get older. I think that builds the culture that we discuss things, we talk about things. I know what's in your world, you know our values as a family, and we have all these open discussions that are very healthy for communication within the family. I think when you educate children, especially as they're growing up, you're going to want to encourage them, especially if they have any internet access, that they're very careful about what they share with others on the internet. They cannot share pictures, photographs, information about where they're going to be, family, because there are ways in which information can, especially if it's typed, can get misdirected or directed to sources that might be detrimental to them or to the family in any fashion. And once students need to be aware that once they post photos and pictures somewhere on the internet, it may be there forever. And so they have to be mindful not to put anything out on the internet that they would feel uncomfortable or embarrassed about that would hurt them. We always educate older students that are in our middle school and upper school, for instance, that anything they put out on Facebook or in a social networking website, again, could be there forever and could work against them in terms of being hired or even getting an opportunity for a college placement that they may be seeking or a job later on. So it's very important. Never put anything in print or never put photographs out there that really could come back to be harmful to you or to others. One of the concerns that I convey to all families in the conversation about the parent conversations at the home is something that's very dear to us at Summit. We have a terrific mission of our school that students are growing spiritually, academically, physically, socially, and artistically. And one of the important elements of our mission statement is that they become people of character. And that character conversation is something that's so important here at school, but also within the home. I always encourage students to think about it in terms of, you know you're a person of good character if you make proper decisions when no one is looking. If you can always say to yourself, I have to decide what am I going to do, and you decide for the good when no one's looking to benefit from whatever decision you'd be making, that tells you that you're really thinking the right thoughts. And I think the conversations that families can have along the line of establishing good character and good patterns of behavior, good thoughtful behavior on the internet, should they come across images on the internet that they feel uncomfortable about or they think, I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't be doing this, well, their first choice and first judgment should be, Mom, there's something here, I don't know how it happened, but, you know. And that openness in conversation, I think, certainly is a great relief to a parent as well, because they'll feel that, you know, they have nothing to worry about. Their child is going to be making good decisions. So don't share information that's bad, and keep parents informed of what's going on in your life. Safe use of the internet, safe use of technology tools is most importantly a conversation that has to happen at home. And parents having open conversations, encouraging great dialogue about the issues affecting technology, making sure that their child's use of technology is balanced and not excessive, not leading them to be closed within themselves, sharing their thoughts and excitement about the way technology tools are really helping them in their life. I think those are important conversations within the home. I think that's a message I would want to leave with parents and families.